incoming Master, SCRC, JCRC, graduates of the class of 2015, and all Yusof Hall residents. Welcome to the Yusof Hall Welcome and Commencement Formal Dinner. To start things off, can we invite Master of Yusof Hall, Assistant Professor Goh Meng Lan, to give her welcoming address. Master, please.
Can everyone hear me? Okay. So good evening and a warm welcome to all. I would like to give a special warm welcome to all freshmen and women, returning seniors and graduated seniors. This dinner is to celebrate 3 joyous events. That is, commencement for senior residents, university admission for freshmen and women, and returning seniors to the hall for the new academic year. As this dinner provides an opportunity for residents and graduated seniors to meet, I hope that you will take the opportunity after dinner to mingle and get to know each other. Now, for freshmen and women, I would like to take this opportunity to address you and to give you a brief introduction to hall culture, or what the hall has for you. I'm sure that many of you have chosen to stay at Yusof because your seniors have told you of how wonderful Yusof Hall is. That it's a friendly place, you can make friends, you can have fun, right? And that, there are many opportunities. But it is true that Yusof Hall is a home away from home. And it's a place where you will find support and develop friendships that will last you a lifetime. But I would also like to let you know that the hall is more than just a home to you. It is also a place of purposeful learning, as you can take up intentional membership in the various co-curricular groups that you find in the hall, and in the process, develop academically, personally, and professionally. Now, being part of a large collective, which is working towards some targeted goals, can only be educational to anyone who's in this process. Because such hands-on learning often teaches us life skills or soft skills that we can never learn from theories or from the classroom. In planning and working towards achieving intended goals, we often learn emotional intelligence, such as how to relate to each other, how to work with people, how to manage our time, know our strengths and weaknesses. We also learn how to negotiate with others in order to achieve our goals, how to be fair and inclusive so that we will have people standing fully behind us, how to listen and to respect others' differences, and we learn the importance of social responsibility, and we also develop self-confidence in the process. Now, the list goes on in what you can learn through this kind of experiential learning, which I think is what the hall is really strong for. It's the forte of the hall, because it is by participating in such activities, by working together, by coming up with plans, by achieving goals, it is where you actually learned about friendship, learned about yourselves, and in the process, in many opportunities, through many ways, I think students can also reach out and help particular communities, whether they are in Singapore or overseas. And I think best of all is that you can learn all this in a safe and social setting in the hall, because the hall is a place where there's room for students to make mistakes and to learn from it. Now, apart from CCAs, I would also like to inform you that there are various academic programs that are put in place for your benefit. The hall runs a credit-bearing module, GEK 1066, engaging the natural environment in ASEAN, which is closely tied to the expedition project. The hall also holds a Yusof Conversation series, and this is an intimate talk series which is organized in order to encourage residents to have social ease, to be not afraid of asking questions to strangers, to speakers. It's held at the Blue Oyster in a very small setting, purposefully to encourage intimate conversations, ease, and I think that this can be a very useful venue for you if you're interested in particular talks that we are organizing this semester. We will be announcing them, and if you're interested, you can always sign up. And for this year, we're actually going to use Yusof Conversation for a documentary series, for a screening of documentary series that we have selected on youth all over the world. And we will invite residents from the various countries that are represented to comment on these documentaries as a means to exchange and to learn cross-culturally. So I hope that you will participate in these events. I also hope that freshmen and seniors will participate in the newly implemented Peer Assisted Learning Program, or PAL. And I think I've sent out an invitation to freshmen, but this program, PAL, is also organized for seniors, except that you'll be forming different groups. Now this is a student-assisted learning, which means that groups will be organized and facilitated by trained student facilitators for you, which can be along themes for the seniors or enrollment in particular modules. And for freshmen, they are aimed particularly to help you integrate and cope with NUS academic culture and requirements, and particularly to help you prepare for the first year module. The first year you will have several, you will always have compulsory or foundational modules, so this peer assisted learning program will be specially targeted to help you cope with your foundational modules in your various faculties. So I hope to see participation from all of you, and above that, you will gain hall points. 4 hall points per semester if you attend the full series of discussion groups. Now with all these opportunities, I would like to challenge all freshmen and women to make the best of their stay at the hall. You can do well academically and still be an active student by managing your time well, managing a good balance between time for studies and time for co-curricular activities, not to mention your social life, dating, and partying, I suppose. Now for returning seniors, I wish you a successful academic year. May you take on new roles at the hall and be inspired by your hall peers to pursue excellence in all that you do. I hope that each of you will also play an important role in becoming good mentors for the freshmen and women. As for graduating seniors or graduated seniors, my very best wishes to all of you. May you find meaning, happiness, and reward in your work and personal life. May you flourish and grow, because I think this is an exciting time of your year as you embark onto your careers. And as I've said before, being young, being useful is actually luck. The world is your oyster at this moment, so go out there and do your very best. But also do come back to us, and please remain in touch with the hall. And I look forward to your continued support and participation in hall activities via the Yusof Alumni Association. I wish everyone a good dinner and a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Master. Next, can we invite the 28th JCRC President, Mr. Lee Jian Le, for his welcoming address. Jian Le, please.
Can you hear me? Okay, good evening, SCRC, JCRC, alumni, graduating Yusofians, seniors, and freshmen who have joined us for the very first time. I'm Jian Le, the President-elect of the 28th JCRC. The incumbent President, Huan Jun, is unfortunately unable to be with us today as he's overseas. Hence, I'm tasked with this responsibility to stand here and speak to all of you tonight. And it's indeed my honor to be able to address all of you on this meaningful occasion. Let me first address the significance of tonight's dinner. The word commencement, according to dictionary, has two meanings. The first meaning is the beginning of something. It's especially so for our freshmen, who will be starting their university life with Yusof Hall, which promises an enriching experience on top of their academic pursuits. The other meaning for commencement is meant for all the graduating seniors sitting right here. A graduating ceremony which marks the official beginning of your new life in the commercial world. This will be the night whereby you will reminisce all that have happened for the past 3 or 4 years in Yusof Hall. I hope you are all as excited as me for the upcoming year. The orientation camp may have come to an end last week, but this is not the end of EHOP. There's still Flag Day tomorrow, and let's all do our part to raise money for our beneficiaries. The amount of money that we collected tomorrow will have a direct influence as to whether we can retain the goal for our RAC this year. This year, RAC will be held at a floating platform in conjunction with SG50, and I'm sure that all our raggers will do us proud. For all the efforts they have put in for the past 3 months, let us show all our support for our friends on Friday as one Yusof. Next week is going to be RAC happening with the start of our inter-block games and the JCRC election. If you have been through the Singapore general election, our JCRC election pretty much works the same way. The freshmen will join the seniors in the election of the 2 remaining JCRC positions, namely the Honorary General Secretary and the Social Service Director. I urge all of you to vote wisely, as every vote is very important. Our effort to reclaim back our IG title will be kickstarted with our inter-block games as well. And soon after, there will be a CCA fair held for everyone to explore your interests and audition for cultural groups as well. University is probably the last chance for you to try something that you always wanted to explore. Yusof Hall provides you the best platform for this. As long as you have the interest, go forth and try something new. The seniors will definitely be there to guide you along. I bet you cannot find such deals elsewhere outside. Yusof is not a sports hall. Neither is it a cultural hall. We are a champion hall. By joining Yusof, you are part of a legacy bigger than any of us here. It is a legacy left behind by our seniors, one that speaks of excellence and harmony. We excel in everything that we do, be it in sports, performing arts, or any programs that are organized by our Yusofians. This excellence, however, does not come naturally. It's achieved by hard work and hours of dedication. I hereby urge every one of our freshmen to put in the hard work and dedication in anything that you do in the hall, and be proud of our Yusof legacy. This could just be my final year in this awesome hall if I'm not taking out any honors program at the end of the academic year. I have nothing but good memories for this hall. It has become a home away from home for me personally. We have only 485 residents here, and we form a very close community. At the end of the day, I hope that you'll be able to find a sense of attachment here. And with that, let's have a good year ahead of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandler. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for, dinner is served.
Good evening, Master, distinguished guests, SGRC members, my fellow graduates of Class of 2015, Yusofians, ladies and gentlemen. My sincere apologies for not being able to be here due to work commitments. This formal dinner is always one that celebrated new beginnings, so I hope that with my pre-recorded speech, I can be part of this new beginning. 4 years ago, I was just a freshman like many of you sitting here. Sitting here in my best attire, a very shy girl and totally clueless about university and hall life. Now that 4 years have passed, Yusof has changed me in many ways. And here I would like to share 4 things that I learned. The first thing is to always get out of your comfort zone. Set yourself a goal that you find challenging. Then, expose yourself to experiences that will help you grow. Hall is your playground for learning. In my case, I exposed myself to many new things, such as conducting a choir, swimming competitively in IHG, and heading different committees. Looking back, getting out of my comfort zone has served me very well. So ask yourself, what do you want out of Yusof and NUS? Is it to have a comfortable stay and to just get a degree? If so, think again. I believe you can do better. The second thing that I learned is that every change begins with my own action. I learned not to blame the system, but find ways to make it better. Here in Hall, no one owes us anything. We have to solve our own problems for ourselves. In the past, I remember I was always seeing the problems with our current system, and I was always complaining about how my members were not coming for trainings, how unfair that our budget was always getting cut, and how our hall leaders were not showing enough caliber, etc. Then, one day, it dawned on me that I should go beyond troubleshooting and start taking positive action. The system will not change just because I pointed out a problem. If I wanted a change, I had to do something about it. For example, those of you who feel that Hall needs bold leaders and a bold direction, do something about it. You can do better than writing a post on Channel EH. Tell yourself that you can be the catalyst of change, and subsequently, your actions will inspire others to do the same. For the freshmen, understand that you do not have to blindly follow the way things are done in Hall. Student activities have always been evolving because Yusofians find creative ways to build on what our seniors have done. Remember, whatever the change you want to see, it begins with your own action. My point number 3 is one of the most important things I learned from Hall: teamwork. In Hall, whatever you are doing, be team-oriented. You can be a very outstanding individual who is committed, responsible, very hardworking, but without inspiring your teammates, you can never achieve big things in Hall. For example, our annual dance productions, rank and flag performances, IHG, they are all accomplished through teamwork. Last but not least, I want to emphasize that reflection is very important. Reflect upon each day and each experience that you have, each event that you participate in, and make them into learning experiences for yourself. In these 4 years, I have become a better person because of constant reflection. And I can say that my 4 years have not passed by in a blur because I have treasured and reflected upon every experience I had. So to summarize, remember firstly, to challenge yourself and get out of your comfort zone. Secondly, every change begins with your action. Thirdly, teamwork is the key to Hall activities. And lastly, do self-reflection. I hope that this will help you as you navigate life in Yusof Hall. And I assure you that your Hall experiences will serve you well in future. Finally, there are some credits that I have to say. Firstly, to the SCRC and Hall office staff, thank you for making Yusof the conducive learning ground that it is. Your tireless efforts and dedication to student life makes an immense difference to our stay here. Next, to my seniors and the alumni, Thank you for always guiding and encouraging us. I have learned so much from all of you. Lastly, to the class of 2015, congratulations and thank you for this amazing journey. I hope that we will always find time amidst our working lives to meet up, catch up and reminisce about hall days. Here's wishing us all the best in our future endeavours. My speech ends here, but I hope the message will be carried forward in your actions. And I hope that because of all of you here, Yusof Hall will become a better place. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you, firstly, to the SCRC for bestowing me this honor, giving me this opportunity to stand here and address the incoming freshmen and seniors alike. JCRC, members of the 38th JCRC, members of the Alumni Association, fellow graduates, seniors and freshmen. To the freshmen, hello, and congratulations on choosing the best hall there is on offer on NUS. To the graduates, finally we've made it through the most challenging hall in NUS. And to the seniors, we'll see you on the other side 1 or 2 years later. A lot of us always think that this will be my final year in the hall, I don't want to do it another year, or to the freshmen, some of us may be harboring the thought, okay, I'm just in for 1 year, let's just see what hall has for me, and then I will leave. Just to, put it on my Facebook, I studied or worked at Yusof Hall at US before. But believe me when I say, a lot of us, by the end of the year, will have changed our minds. Ask any seniors, ask your OGLs, they'll tell you the same thing. Every year you keep hearing this, and every year it keeps happening. Because ultimately, hall is like drinking too much alcohol. You always think you are done suffering too much from it, but you never fail to come back for more. I mean, outside, no, at home. That's an empty bottle, it's just a prop, okay? So today you may notice some of us wearing fancy dresses. We have earned the chance to do this because we survived 4 years here. So I think perhaps it will be appropriate for us to give you some survival tips while you're in hall. Well, first thing first, point. It's like I have to change the picture so you focus here. It is like money, we are all concerned over it. Some of us may be tempted to live for it, but we all deep down know that that shouldn't be the case. And it is true, and here are some perspectives after living through 4 years in hall. You should never do anything just for the sake of points. I think a lot of freshmen may be too worried about points, but if that is your objective when you join an activity, surely you will burn out within half a year. Instead, remember the value beneath joining everything that you have chosen. Make sure that you are passionate about it. When you are going for, remember why you joined a certain sport or a certain dance in the first place. Is it to explore new interests? I haven't done this before. Is it to hone your skills and bring pride to the hall? Or is it to get to know new friends? Ultimately, to know yourself better. So always you must remember, I remember joining choir. I haven't sang before, I haven't danced before. I joined 3 years of dance productions and that's what magical about hall, because you come in, we have a small group, we have a small community, but a lot of resources between us, so you do whatever you want to do. Don't waste your time here. Remember to enjoy your hall life. After all, you earn points in order to enjoy more of hall. You didn't earn points just for fun. This is especially for the seniors. Instead of worrying whether you may or may not be able to stay for the subsequent year, treasure what time you have in hall because of the uncertainty. Go play ball in the morning because SPT organized it. Put up a performance just for the sake of it. Or you just go be an OGL because you want to give the freshmen as good a start as you had when you come into hall. Even though programs com will never give you points for doing that and sacrificing your vacation. Go support RAC because you want to taste the first medal that Yusof Hall will be bringing back. Even though you will not get 2 points for attending. At the end of the day, it is inevitable that some of us may not be able to spend all 4 years in hall because of the point structure. But hall gives us lifelong friendship that survives beyond the point structure. Because we go through a lot of unnecessary ordeals together, and it's very unnecessary some of the things we do. See this, for example, this is what we did right before commencement ceremony. We came back to hall just to take pictures. Didn't have to do that. That's B4 bench. Sorry guys, clean it before you sit on it. You can see some of the faces in here. They didn't survive the 4 years, but we still remain friends. Some of them left after year 1. Some of them year 2 or 3. But as you notice, look left and right now. These friends may just last you for a lifetime. One thing I can be sure of, and the seniors already know this, if you are here in Yusof today, you are bound to have an exciting year ahead. So do as much as possible, because at the end of the day, these memories stick with you alone. I wish you all the best. Thank you.